everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Bills going up against the Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Now Taylor on first down. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big...
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Garoppolo now. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Taylor, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Play action, now Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it here with Blunt. And some room to work. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll come out in the pistol. Garoppolo. Amendola catching it left side. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. They'll set up to throw, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Come on, let's go!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the...
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. Here's Blount. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Taylor. He's in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Blunt, the lone running back. Garoppolo now, and he will find his man on the outside. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Set. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kyle Williams able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Green 39. Green 39.
Brief break in the action here. Back to Foxborough after this. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Leopard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Again, it's Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And the offense in a great spot. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Dion Lewis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Watkins alone on the left side. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
15 yards through the air and a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LeGarrette Blount, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Taylor. This is caught by Marlon Brown. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
Sliding out of the pocket. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away. 3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain. 7 in the red zone this time. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly. It's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on!
On 3rd and goal, Taylor. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down, 8. Garoppolo now. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Garoppolo sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back or to the ground.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. Now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're going to need another score. Got one, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't. Now, So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go to the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick down.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. It's a gain of 11 at time, and it produces a new set of downs. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to, because you know they're probably going to bring pressure in empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
On second down, Taylor escaping the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to speed things up here. Now Taylor to throw. They're going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They have the time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's go for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've
and they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more on your big offensive line.
From deep in their own territory, they look over the middle. Julian Edelman, it's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves and sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Fresh set of downs here. Garoppolo, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. You call wide receiver screen, as we saw there. I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. Their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
No, check. Patriots.
Garoppolo now. Plant route caught by Edelman. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And a cutback right sideline. The way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face. I've got to be careful with that.
Two-score game, you're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what coaches decide to do now. 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball, turn to the running game, or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The gun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Brought down after a good gain. A big gain there for the Bills. 30 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Pops out, incomplete. Complete on 1st. 2nd down has in store. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's the replacement for Chandler Jones. Chris Long in there to get him for a loss of 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Here we go. It's Taylor on finding time. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on. This looks to probably be the final play. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. What's so sweet about these divisions is there's so much familiarity, sometimes only with the players and the coaches, fan bases too. It's very widespread when you win this game.
And that's what it's all about. Division, because that's what gets you to the playoffs. At the end of the year, you have bragging rights and you advance. And how much fun is it to watch your division rival sit at home?
So for New England, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4. And they will hit next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that's for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check out at easports.com. Patriots winners here at home as so long from Foxborough.